welcome to ECCB Connects, a weekly program produced by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. This week, we bring you highlights from the ECCB Mentorship Program special session with grade 6 students. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We are the grade 6 students of the Antigua Primary School, and you are watching ECCB Connects.
Since 2007, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank has been partnering with government agencies to administer the ECCB Mentorship Program.
Father, help us. Boy, you don't know what is culture? Culture relates to the things that make us unique. Boy, the things that make an Anguillian an Anguillian. So what about carnival? Does St. Martin have carnival? Yes, Granny. Does St. Kitts have carnival? Yes, Granny. Oh, now I understand what you mean. Not Caribbean culture, Anguillian culture.
The program is administered in one primary school in each of the 8 ECCB member countries and provides students from grades 4 to 6 with information and exercises about everyday economic and financial matters, as well as social development skills. In 2014, the ECCB added a new component to the program, the ECCB Mentorship Program Transition Session for grade 6 students. This special session, which brings all the grade 6 students together via video conference, seeks to help the students prepare for the transition from primary to secondary school. This year's session focused on the importance of etiquette and deportment and the mental and physical changes the students will experience as they move on to secondary school. The students also had a surprise visit from Governor Antoine and took the opportunity to put him on the spot with their uncensored questions. We now bring you highlights of the session.
You're going into one of the most integral and influential parts of your life, high school. So it is important, okay, that you build your brand. So when your name is called, when you walk into a room, when you sit, when you begin to speak, when you're in public, you are building a brand. So what does it begin with? It begins with deportment and etiquette. So let's talk about body language. Now, unfortunately, technology has worsened our posture. I am 5'11". They used to call me a giraffe, a lamppost. Okay, there's a bird, I don't know what we call it in the other islands, it's called a garland, when I was growing up. And so what happened? I slouched. I used to slouch a lot. And sometimes you need people to put positivity in your life. A teacher once told me, Petley, stop slouching because all my friends were short. And I was the tallest in Antigua school, believe you me. Okay? So that's what your natural inclination is, to slouch, especially if you're tall. So first, you have to get accustomed to who you are. Be comfortable in your own skin. So even though you're looking at yourself and you're looking at your one issue that may not even be a big issue, somebody else has one. So keep your posture up, smile, be open. All of this is your deportment. You send a positive message. If you're always slouching, if you always look upset, you're telling people, don't talk to me. But if you're open, people will come to you. Okay? So that teacher told me, walk straight, and I walked straight. Now it is very, very important, outside of how you look, your body language. What about your eye contact? Having poor eye contact says what? You don't like the person? No respect. No respect. What else? Confidence. It shows you lack confidence. It shows low self-esteem. So practice looking people in the eye when they speak to you. Some of the bad practices that we have, chewing gum or eating or drinking while you're talking. Okay? I'm sure you know that one. An untidy work area. Coughing and sneezing. Some people don't want to cough in their hands, so they cough on other people or sneeze on other people. No, you're supposed to do it in your hand, okay? Discrimination, we're all made differently, so let's appreciate each other, okay? Now, adopting an attitude of entitlement. Don't look down on anybody. Don't think that you're better than anybody or anybody's better than you. See yourself as being equal. Don't gossip because you're hurting other people, especially when it's not true. shouting or showing aggression, especially when you're out in the public. Remember, you're building that brand, okay? Or just hovering around and loitering. Always make good use of your time. And as you go into social media, that is a topic that I'm very passionate about. You have to manage your social media because that is the eye of the world on you. Okay? And just as I end, I ask you to always go back to the basics. Go to school on time because then that will translate to you going to work on time. And always be attentive in the classrooms. So, you have a choice in life that you can say, I am going to change your perception of me just by the way I carry myself and by the way I behave in public.
We are all changing. We have all changed from babyhood to childhood. You now are going from childhood to adolescent, and then from adolescent to adulthood, and there are some enormous changes, okay? So now we're going to look at some of these changes. What are some of the changes in the girls? Your whole body gets curvier. You get here under your arm. So you start right here at age 7. And then about now, you start having here. Some of you will start having here under your arm. And yes, it's very normal. So then, of course, your breast starts to develop. Yes. Some of you already start getting buttons. And so, yes, little blossoms. And it's all part of growth and development. It's all part of your growing up. Some of you also start to get your hips getting wider, so weight gain on your hips, and your legs get bigger and stronger. And that is the girls. The boys. Let's talk about the boys. This is
very normal.
Excellent. And so what happens, you get the same thing, skin. Your skin gets oilier, so you get pimples on your face. And then your shoulders, the shoulders get wider. And then you look at that, he start getting here. Some of you will start getting here and beard, yes, like that. And the boys, the same thing here on the chest. The girls got breasts, but you get here on your chest. The boys also, look at your penis. All right? Your penis, it starts, what do you see happening here? Your penis is small, it's growing. And also you're getting pubic hairs. Very, very good. And this is very
normal.
Excellent, excellent. Now the girls, what happened to you? Some of you already start having your period. You start menstruating. This your ovary, it start building up with blood supply, and then after a while, a few weeks, it will start to break down, and then you have your period. Okay? So all of you are going to have your period, all girls. Now this is very important. Boys, at this age, what is happening to you? You are maturing. So, some of you when you wake up, boys, some of you when you wake up, not some of you, all of you, when you wake up at mornings, you may find your underpants wet. Yes. Yes. It's called wet dream. Okay? Because your body is producing, boys, pay attention, your body is producing extra fluid. And so it goes up and it seeps right, goes right here and it seeps right out into your penis, onto your underpant. So we go through physical changes, but we also go through a change where we ask ourselves this question: who am I? Who am I? That's the $1 million question. Who am I? You're going to be asking yourself, who am I? You're going to be very confused. It's very normal. It's a part of that change. You're going to ask, who am I? And you're going to ask these questions. You're going to look at your identity. I'm a black woman. I'm a black man. Right? You're going to look at the practices, your work, your hobbies, your friends, your family. And these things are going to confuse you. So these are a lot of questions. What do I believe in? Okay? And so your interest, what am I interested in? Then we're also going to look at what am I thinking? Right? It's called your cognitive. How do you think? How do you reason? What others think about me? No? What kind of ideas I have? Criticizing society, parents, even themselves. You look at a lot of things that you are so confused. It's called storming. You go through that stage of storming. It's a very confusing stage. You look at your body image. You look at peer pressure, your sexuality, you're changing your bodies. This is what you look at. You want your independence. You started to become defiant to your mother and your father. You talk back to your teachers. All of this happened during the time of your transition in terms from childhood to teenager. Adolescent is a time of change in your life. And you and all of you out there in all of the islands, you have the power within you to make a change. Because guess what? You are a world changer. Say, I am
a world changer.
Okay, now, personal hygiene. Before we go out, make sure you do a checklist. Now, it says here, smell your arm. Does it smell fresh? Okay. Did you take a bath this morning?
Yes.
Very good. So it's good to take a bath every single day. Now, the next thing, boys and girls, you look at your clothes. You must change your clothes, your shirt, your undershirt, every single day. Okay? Now, when you go into the bathroom to bathe, you use a rag to bathe, or you use your underwear to bathe. Okay? So you bathe all under your arm, you bathe your face, you wash your face, you can use your scrunchie if you have a scrunchie, you can use a rag, and make sure you rub all over your body. You rub your hand, you rub your chest, you go down, you rub behind, and you make sure you wash behind very well. Okay? Because some of you, sometimes you go to the bathroom, right, and you don't wipe properly. How do you know you don't wipe properly? When you check your underpants? Yes. Yes. When you check your underwear? Yes, you see the stain in your underwear. So it means then you have to make sure that you bathe properly. Okay? Now, somebody mentioned about brushing your teeth, right? And scrubbing your tongue, okay? You have to ensure that you take care of your mouth, or else you can get what? Cavity or bad breath, okay? Now let's go quickly. What about your nose, your face? Wash it. What about your hair? Guys, you are supposed to wash your hair how often? Every day. Excellent. Every day. Girls, you're supposed to wash your hair when? Every 2 weeks. Well, if you can wash it once a week, excellent. And keep it tidy. Not just wash it, but keep your hair tidy. Now, look at your clothes. All of you, look at your clothes. Is my clothes neat? Now, everybody, don't let anybody see you. Look quickly. Look at your fingernails. Are your fingernails clean? Yes. Yes? Yes. Are they cut short? Yes. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, let's go to the toilet, as I said. Make sure your undies are clean and they don't smell. It means you have to change them every single time you bathe. You change. Boys, make sure you change your socks. Now, because you are growing and you are changing, you have to, sometimes your shoes become smelly because you sweat more. So your shoes become smelly. And at the end of the day, when you take them off, they really smell. You have to take them outside. What you have to do, what you need to do is to put bicarbonate soda in the shoes, and you leave them on the outside, and they will help to absorb all that smelly scent. Now, for those of you, because you're sweating a lot, you need to also get antiperspirant for your, hold on, yes, but it must say antiperspirant. Do you understand? Everybody say antiperspirant?
Antiperspirant.
It must use antiperspirant because that will help to control the odor.
When I came into the room and saw the other schools on TV, I was like, wow, technology is great these days.
It was good, it was awesome, I liked it. I like when Mrs. Browne came and talked to us about puberty. That is a very good thing because some children don't know about puberty and they could get involved in things that they don't know and they could just end up in problems.
Well, I think it's helping us to know what to do when we go to our big school and what are the changes in our body areas.
I got from this program that the islands that were a part of this all use the ECCB, the Eastern Caribbean dollars, and that they try to, like, every year they try to come together and talk about the bank and what they do.
The program was nice, I learned a lot of new things, and my favorite part was when they were teaching us about our body because they are telling us things we didn't know, and I enjoyed it.
I love when Miss Browne was telling us about puberty and when Mr. Timothy Antoine just walked into the room, then just talked to us, and like, I love children. I was amazed. I thought he would be working as usual or somewhere doing something, but he came and take a time off to look at all the children.
I liked when Ronaldo go up and gives his speech about how to cope with bullying and those things.
Now, I really want to thank the ECCB for a session that they came and have with these children here. I think the children learn a lot from those sessions. Etiquette and Deportment, that's the part that they really got. And I think that this is going to be beneficial to the boys and girls, even as they grow up into adulthood and as they go into secondary school. I also wish that or hope that ECCB will continue coming to our schools and mentoring the boys and girls to shape their life for future.
To view any episode of ECCB Connects anytime, any place, at your convenience, check us out on YouTube or Facebook at ECCB Connects.
We've come to the end of this week's episode of ECCB Connects. Thanks for watching and join us next week for another program.